Hello everybody. The reason I'm filming this here right now is because my real bookshelf is here in my dad's house. So this is my actual bookshelf. Those three and then those two. And then that's dirty, don't look at that. Also, I failed my A levels, so if I look dead inside it's because I am. Let's get to it. I forgot to say what I'm actually doing. Books! We're going to start off with some easygoing ones.
Very light.
If you've not read these books, then I recommend reading them. I recommend reading the Infernal Devices series first because that's the better one in my opinion. There's less characters to worry about, so you have stronger connections to them. I just love everything about the Infernal Devices. It is heartbreaking and it is beautiful and it is perfect. But Jays, if you like these books, where's Clockwork Princess? I have it on Kindle bit. And then the Mortal Instruments, don't watch the film. Don't watch the film. Read the books and then maybe watch the TV show. Maybe, if you're not too much of a fan of the books. They're about demons. I'm gonna answer the question. If any of you have read Mortal Instruments, you're probably thinking this. No, I didn't name myself after Jace. I always have this like inane fear that people are gonna think I'm really weird because I named myself after a fictional character, but I didn't actually name myself after him because he's a dick. I just like the name. Moving in. This one is a childhood favourite, and holy fuck is it good. It's Artemis Fowl by Owen Colfer. Very good, very good. I don't really know what to say about this. I actually made a friend through this book. I must have been around 11 or 12. And this new girl from America came to our school and I saw her reading this under the desk during an IT test. So I turned to her and I was like, oh my god, that's Artemis Fowl. And she was like, yeah, do you like it? I'm like, yeah. And then we became friends. Alright, I think it's time to talk about one of the most underrated books that I have ever read. And that is Reckless by Cornelia Funk. I've never known how to pronounce her surname and I feel awful. This is also the author who wrote the Inkheart series, and holy shit, those were good books to begin with, but that's not what I'm talking about. Same writer. This is actually the first in a series of 3 books, I think, which I didn't find out until like 5 years after I read the book. Unbelievably.
It's actually considered a children's book, because when I looked for it in the bookstore, it was in the children's section, and then I got too embarrassed because I felt too old and didn't buy the second book.
Yeah, that's a shame. I wouldn't really class it as a children's book. Like, it's pretty dark. It's about these 2 brothers and they find another world through a mirror. And in this mirror world, it's not all based on fairy tales, but there's a lot of twisted fairy tales in it. I read this book a ridiculous amount of times. The next book I have is Dusty. The next book I have is called Half Bad. It's by Sally Green. This is also another very underrated book, I think. I've never really seen or heard anyone talk about this book. This book is about a male witch living in Wales and basically the trials and tribulations that he has to go through because he is a half-blood and his dad is a very famous evil witch. This is like one of the most subtle gay characters that I've ever read. He's not obnoxiously queer. It's amazing. It's not made into a huge deal and that's just so nice to read. Lots of people online hate John Green for some reason. Seem to assume stuff about him, which is completely false.
People think that he's like some romanticizing dickhead, but really he's not. Please just read one of his books.
I have all of his books, but I'm gonna pick this one as my favourite. It's Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle. Miracle? I think it's Miracle.
These are basically like 3 romance stories when a blizzard hits, and it's just very fun, very light, and I got through it in a day and it just made me so happy. Like, this is the best book to read if you're feeling sad, I swear to god. It's just...
I'm so bad at this, why am I doing this? If you like John Green stuff and you haven't read this yet, then read it because it is good, even though only a quarter of it is John Green. The rest of it is amazing too. The next one we have is another series, and honestly I haven't read this in a long time, but I remember being absolutely in love when I first read it, and then I got the whole series. It's called Mercy by Rebecca Lim. I also think this is totally underrated as well. No one ever talks about this book. It's basically the concept that there's this angel who is dumped into these people's bodies randomly on Earth, and she has to live out the next amount of time. So she is put into this human who she has no idea who they are, what they do, how they act, and she's basically just got to live. She develops this meaning that she has to try and help these people in some way. And I'm not going to say anything more than that because it would ruin the book. And honestly, this idea just really grips me. That's why I really liked Every Day by David Levithan.
Another thing about these books is that they are beautifully written. I have learnt so many new words from these books. My favourite thing about these is that they are written from the point of view of an angel. And you can tell by the language used, and it's not really cliche like
I am an ethereal being. You know, it's like not completely over the top.
The second one is called Exile, and it's just as gorgeous. The third one is called Muse. The fourth one is called Fury, which is like the ugliest looking of the lot. Yeah, most definitely worth a read, especially if you like angels, because I really like angels. I like reading about angels.
Speaking of mercy, we go on to Every Day by David Levithan. This is basically the exact same concept, but this person isn't an angel, and it's every single day they wake up in a new body and they just have to live the day as a random ass person.
If you've never read any of David Levithan's stuff before, then please just give it a try, because he's one of the easiest writers to just get into and completely fall in love with.
This was the first book of his that I ever read. I actually got it as a gift and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll read it, it sounds alright. It's more than alright. I currently have, I think, all of his books. Are We There Yet is the only book I don't have. So here are all of his books. They're also very recognisable. I like the neon colours. And then I also have all the books that he's co-written. Is this a bit weird? I feel like this is a bit weird. If you like John Green, then you'll most likely like David Levithan. That's just a way to phrase it. The next book is called Adaptation, and it's by Melinda Lowe.
Honestly, when I thought about doing this video, I did not think about including this book, but I took a look at it and I remembered reading it and how I felt when I read it, and realised, no, this is a really good book.
One of my favourite things about this book is I read the blurb. So I read this blurb and I was thinking, between a boy who's a crush and a girl, and I was like, is this gay? It's gay. It's gay. But it's so subtly gay. She doesn't want to label herself. Not everything is about being gay, guys.
It is like another dystopia, but it's different, and it definitely keeps you waiting. Like with certain dystopians, you kind of just read them and you're like,
this is kind of boring, like there's nothing new to this universe.
I had no clue what was going on throughout the whole time until I got to the end, and even then I was like, well, what's going to happen next?
Definitely worth giving a read if you like dystopian and you want something new.
This next one for me is a bit weird, because if you know me in person, then you'll know that I struggle to read classics or anything that is considered a classic. I just don't like them. I don't know what it is. It's not that I will immediately dislike every single classic out there, because, you know, there are some that I do like. But I've tried so hard to read so many books that I just don't care about that are considered classics, and they're just so boring to me.
I believe this is considered a modern classic, and it is one of my favourite books, and it is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. It's basically the story of a girl. I don't know the main character's name. It's just a girl who's picked up by a guy called Max de Winter. She's not picked up, what am I saying?
The protagonist gets married to a man called Max de Winter and moves to Mandalay, his mansion. And all you hear about is his ex-wife, Rebecca. And it's kind of like a mystery thriller. I would call it a thriller. I definitely had no clue what would happen at the end of this book, and it surprised me. There's a pretty big plot twist at the end, for me at least. I did not see it coming whatsoever. I don't know if that was just me being dumb.
Honestly, I found it a bit difficult to get into at the beginning.
But that's just because of the way it was written, and it's not particularly my kind of book in terms of the writing style.
I just think this book, it has something on me. As in any other circumstances, I would not like a book that was written in this style, so get out. This next one, holy shit. This next one, holy shit. Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. Isaac Marion.
Please, 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 please.
Do not base your judgments of this book on the film. Please, don't. I sound like such a snob right now.
But honestly, you know, the film was okay. It was alright, you know, it was a bit of, it was a meh film. You know, it was okay. It was, meh. The book, however, the book, holy motherfucking shit.
Is this a good book?
This is literally written from the point of view of a zombie, and he uses better words than I can. His internal monologue sounds cleverer than I sound, and he's supposed to be an undead being, so my favourite thing about reading books is when I can actually learn something, and I learned so many new words from this book.
Yeah, it is pretty darn amazing. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. That's how I feel about this book. Oh my god, I can't even begin to explain how good this book is. I can't even explain what the book is about. I was reading this book and I was like, what the fuck does this mean? And then I finished this book and I was like, why the fuck didn't I read this book any time before this?
It is so... I'm tearing up. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful books that I've ever read in my entire life. If you appreciate good literature and a really good story, read it.
Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey.
Please, once again, do not base your opinion of this book on the film. I haven't actually seen the film, but I saw the trailer and it looks dismal. It looks so dismal.
I don't know much about it, but I'm staying far away from it.
Cassie's voice is like my favourite voice to read because it still has a sense of humour when the world is going to crap, and I appreciate that in a dystopian novel. It's funny and it has a huge twist that I was not expecting, and it blew my mind, and I was like, whoa!
It is quite original, I think. Though I haven't read many alien novels, so I don't know how much I can say, but...
I like it. That's what this video is. You guys could hate all the books that I recommended. And I'm like, this is an amazing book, and you could read it and you'd be like, this is shit, Jace is shit. It's like, you know what I've just realised is that I've forgotten one of my all-time favourite books at the wrong house.
So yeah, I don't have it with me, but this book is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Madeline. I don't even have words to express how much I love this book. It is, honest to God, like the tippy top, the very tippy top of my favourite books. Just read it. Just read it. I think I should have some honorary shout-outs because it feels like I've left out parts of my childhood.
Okay, so for one, I think what I completely cannot ignore is Lord of the Rings, because I read these when I was like 8 years old and they're my favourite films. And so I have 3. These are the ones that I read when I was a kid, as you can tell by the spines. This is another version that I've got of the trilogy, which is all nice and kind of old, to be honest. And I have another version, Two Towers, The Hobbit. And then I have this book that is basically a really nerdy essay about J.R.R. Tolkien, once again, don't know how to pronounce it. And then I have the Tolkien Companion, which is, I can't believe I actually own this. It's like an encyclopedia of Lord of the Rings. Guys, this tops it off. I have the One Ring. Kill me.
Honorary mention, Battle Royale, because holy shit. And I can't go without saying the series Unfortunate Events, because, yes.
If I could, I just recommend my whole bookshelf to everyone, because the majority of books that I have on my bookshelf I adore to pieces, and the other ones I just haven't read yet.
Apart from those pieces of shit, they're awful.
I feel like I'm cheating a bit here because this isn't technically a book, this is a graphic novel, but I couldn't not put it in, so yeah, Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley, the guy who did Scott Pilgrim.
His art style is just my favourite, so fantastic. I should most definitely read Saga. Please read Saga. It's bloody amazing, yeah. This was kind of a mess. Sorry. Tell me if you like this style of video, because I really don't think I'm very good at just recommending things. Good quality content. Thanks for watching, yo. I kind of ruined it there. Fuck. Let's cut that out. It's more like a whole video of me just mispronouncing names. I'm really sorry.
Cornelia Funk? I'm not a Miracle. Miracle? I think it's Miracle. It's a really cool last name. Needed Moria. J.R.R. Tolkien.